You said just talking is never enough, but you have been one of the more vocal female actors when it comes to issues regarding women actors being treated in an inferior way. For example, you at some point mentioned that when you're given hotels, the male actor is given a bigger room. Do you think just by the virtue of speaking and people like you speaking, there has been some change? And what has the most tangible change been?
See, when I said that we don't have to talk about everything that we're asked, what I meant to say was that the things that we want to talk about, we will talk about. But a lot of times we are asked to speak on topics which, A, we have absolutely no connection with. And sometimes you really understand that you're making a comment on this is not really going to be of any relevance and solve the issue in any way. It's just unnecessary, like I said earlier, to just create more like voices, right? And voices where you feel used because you're sometimes what you say also is just used for certain agenda rather than for the spirit with which you spoke. So I will speak about the things that I believe in. So I spoke about the pay disparity or the way the treatment, etc. Or today we were talking about whatever we spoke about today because I wanted to and I chose to spoke about it. But you can't tell me what to speak about. Yes, of course, changes happen and because more people talk about it, I guess. Then other people have to get responsible, or they are kind of picked up, and they have to make some changes, or they have to be responsible towards it.
What's the most tangible change that you have seen after you started speaking?
I think talking can just create awareness. Talking can not solve the issue completely. What has happened today? And I think that's something that I have always maintained, that I think our audience is way more evolved, way more progressive than even our film fraternity. Because in today's age, like I said earlier, female-centric films or female films like with the main protagonist being a woman have gone and done so much business. They've done a lot of business, and only because the audience has accepted it. So this has proven that the audiences are ready to watch films even if the girl is the main protagonist, as long as the film is a good film and it's an entertaining film. But somewhere our fraternity only takes actions of these things only when the audience does that, has that reaction. Somewhere we become more perceptive of it because we realize that my issue has always been very clear that the success of a film where a male, see, I'm not ever going to compare my figures or anything with the, like if they say the Khans, because they've been acting since years. Their audiences span over 3 generations. That's a different ballgame altogether.
With all 3 Khans.
Yeah, I have. But I will never take the credit of those films and say, oh, meri wajah se wo pictures. I have played a part in it, but you can't. But there are films that you do with your co-actors who are your contemporary co-actors, male actors, and a lot of times the fraternity gives the onus of the success of those films to the male actor. Even though there's a top A-list actress with the guy, but always it said, iski picture, is hero ki picture, pichli picture ne itna number kiya tha. You just forget that the fact that there was a leading actress with him